This documentary is about 3 students that decided to give up computers for 5 weeks.
It challenged people to undertake to deprive themselves of tools that seem to be essential to contemporary life.
It captures a moment of time, a moment in history.
And I think this is a really key moment, I think, where we see some of those changes for the first time and what they were like.
One of the things we felt we would do this year is to experiment by bringing in Melody Gilbert, who's one of the region's leading documentarians. And we invited Melody to bring some of the experience that she brings from her professional filmmaking.
We started by going to New York, to the IFP market, where the students learned how to pitch and they learned about independent film and the business side of things. And then they learned when they came back how to talk about a film and a way to promote it and suggest what would be a good topic, and the class picked that topic, and then from there we moved forward to actually making it. And at the beginning I am sure that most of the students thought there's no way we're ever going to be able to do this, and it's practically impossible. We had 75 tapes, there's no way, when it's all done, how are we going to do this?
Because at times we didn't know what was going on, because she has her style and what's going on, but it was really a lesson in collaboration. Because we're used to working in group projects here at Carleton, but never to something quite, at this extent. Making movies kind of unique that way, and that you'll have to kind of take roles and trust each other.
Melody has been a great help for us, and she's really been good at pushing us to the max in a very great way, because making film, you have to be extremely dedicated, and you can't do it halfway. So she was very great at motivating us, getting us to do things, and getting them. And she wouldn't be shy about telling us this is bad, this is good. She would let us know, and that's great to have that kind of very constructive criticism.
We live in a video-focused world, and seeing all Carleton students learning and understanding video and the value of video, it's how students will be communicating with each other in the future.
Looking at how their lives are changed, how technology defines us, by doing it in a digital fashion, a visual fashion, is simply one new way of publishing knowledge.
I think the most worthwhile part for me was to go through the process of making a feature-length film. Especially about documentary films is that a lot of them are not being made by film students, by people who consider themselves filmmakers. People make films because they have a story they want to tell.
But in the end we were real documentary filmmakers. But what it is you're not defined by something you do. The people making this film, we're all very eclectic. And I feel like that's the way it should be. It shouldn't just be only film geeks and that's all they do, making film.
But I can't imagine I'll ever have the freedom to work on a film full-time like I did here. Have so much say creatively and have kind of an unlimited budget. I mean, I probably won't have an opportunity the way I had an opportunity with this one. Probably won't have that again.
I think it's a huge value for these students. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It really gave them a feeling of what it was like to make a film, a feature film. That's rare and exciting, I hope, for the students. And to premiere it at the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Film Festival, have that whole experience was just a wonderful feeling for everybody involved, including me.
I think this is a movie that transcends the category of student film. They can take a next step towards a professional life if they're interested in it, and if not, they can take steps towards anything in which they can demonstrate they can work in a team, work in a group, create something excellent.